bro. Let's
Yeah,
get it,
no, but all right. Welcome to another episode of In Those We Trust podcast.
though. Yes, sir.
I'm Malik Howard. I brought one of my lifelong friends with me. I'll allow him to introduce himself and make an introduction.
My name Jovan. This my man right here, and those we trust. Shout out Malik. We go back by 6th, 7th grade.
Of course,
Had to
100%.
come show love for you, bro.
I really appreciate that. And in the last episode, I really didn't dive into the creation and the reason I went about creating this podcast. So quickly, the reason I even wanted to create this podcast and the reason I want to put this out there, was for people like us, and going different paths in our age. I think that it was really important that the reason I even came up with the name In Those We Trust is to trust common people who are unique in their own ways and to allow them to explain to the audience, explain to the young generations out there that are in search of, what is their talent in life and what can they do besides playing sports and becoming a rapper or whatever you may be, or on the quote-unquote like entrepreneurship way. Like a lot of people think that, I just want to be an entrepreneur, but they don't know how to go about it. They don't know what it takes to actually, take the heart to actually put money into your own self and trust yourself throughout it. So that's why I was glad and reached out to my boy to see if he can come on and explain to people, what he's went through, what the challenges were, and then how he has overcome, and then what the future plans are down the road. So let's just take it back to Palmyra High School. So we met we met playing football. Bro, it may have been 5th and 6th grade. I got pictures.
Yeah, it had to be 5th, bro. I remember when I first moved out there in 4th grade. I got on the football team. I was probably like 95 pounds.
Yeah,
They threw me on the 120s. I was like, yo, what the hell? And I remember I was on there with you. I seen Coach Tim. Shout out your pop. Coach Stan was there.
It definitely was fifth
It
grade.
had to be 5th, bro.
5th or 4th grade.
Yeah.
So we knew each other since then. And then so starting in Palmyra High School, beginning in middle school and then college. I mean high school then college. We went into like this path of like, and we talked about this in the last episode with Edward. Like, we're going through that path within. We talked about senior year of college going into graduate school. But now let's take it back a step to talking about the senior year and to what if you don't go to school? What your path is like. So, detailing that. So, like, I was applying to 4-year institutions. So, like, what was your thought process going throughout that?
If I wasn't going to make it for basketball, I felt like I really wasn't meant for school, bro. Like,
And you were a great basketball player.
right.
So.
I feel like I could have went, but I didn't really apply myself book-wise like I should have.
But I never thought that, like, book-wise, you can get into any school, like, book-wise. Did you even take the SAT?
I never took the SATs, bro.
On that, too. Like,
yeah, like, I never took it serious. Like I said, I never really had a pressure from my parents either
to
do any of that. So I remember my mom actually signed me up for the SATs. I think they were at Holy Cross.
Oh, snap.
And it had snowed or rained, so I was like, they got canceled. But they really didn't get canceled. I just didn't want to take it, bro. So it was like school.
So you didn't have that pressure?
Yeah, I never really had that pressure. But, like, A's and B's was the standard, and don't come home with no C's, D's, nothing like that. But, like, they were always on me, like, do what you want to do in life. Like, don't. I feel like they taught me at a young age, just from seeing my dad grind, that there's other ways to make it.
Yeah, so your dad had his own business, like you said. Like, so your dad had his own detailing business, and he went about discovering his own ways and his own path in itself. So, we then go into senior year. We're beginning to apply to schools, and you didn't. You went with a group that, like, went to, like, BCC. And again, there's nothing. There's not an issue with going to community college.
Nothing
there's no
wrong
issue.
at all.
My girlfriend, she went to community college, got 2 years free, and she's debt free because she made that decision. So, like, there's never an issue with going to community college. If I could tell people to go back, go to community college for 2 years, you're getting your prereqs out the way, and you're not paying all that money, and you're saving money, not putting yourself in debt. So you chose not to. So we graduate. What was going through your mind? Like, once we graduated, you chose not to go to school. Like,
once we graduated, bro, I was just trying to get money, bro. Like. And I don't even say that to sound like thuggish or like how they sound like nowadays. The kids, I'm trying to get money. Like, I was just literally just trying to find a way to make money.
The right way.
Like, yeah, exactly.
The right way.
Because it's like, if you think about it, right? We spend all this money to go to school, right? To go in debt to get a job that's gonna repay that debt. That's how I really be feeling sometimes, bro.
Yeah, so it's like, we can go back and forth on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course we can. We both have our ideas on it. But it's like, yeah, I was just trying to get money, so it's like I had expensive hobbies. I like expensive stuff, so I was always just working, bro. From even when we was in high school, junior year at Taco Bell, that was my first job at I was 14, 15. I was probably like 16, 17, junior year.
You had a job before a lot of people. Like, you were working at Taco Bell before a lot of us were even working, because you only played, once you got into high school, you only played one sport. Like, you only played basketball.
Yeah, I just played basketball. Rest of the time, I was able to work.
You could have worked. So, that's funny that you were working to just, at that time you didn't have bills. Right. It was just, fulfilling your hobbies of like sneakers. Bro, you was
probably getting like $220 every 2 weeks, bro. It wasn't even no money.
But at the time you felt like you had money.
Like you get that Tuesday hit, boy, you right.
I can eat what I want. Absolutely. And I can go about that. So we'll speak on the cost thing later. So then when you go into, that's a scary thing to go through. Because I could tell you, I was in the path of, I applied to every school, bro. I applied to Rowan, University of Delaware, Montclair. I applied to all these schools, bro, and I didn't get in. And you know who my dad is. My dad, of course, yeah. But luckily, like, I had in that time period, my dad was very understanding and like very supportive. And what we were going through issues in life already. But during that time, he knew I was heartbroken. He knew what I was going through, and my mom as well. So like, they were very supportive and like, yo, we know you want to go to school. We know you want to be a history teacher. We know you want to make something. Like, I was already in school. I was already working the programs. Like, you know what I mean? All those programs that I was doing.
Not to cut you off, you also had it good because you had both parents there. A lot of kids, if a lot of kids face that adversity, bro, it's over. Yeah. They're in the streets now. Yeah, and that's the problem, because they don't have that authority figure in their household to really stay on top of them.
100%. Like, I never had a 2-parent household. Like, I always had my parents was always there. Like, my dad was always present.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, you always had both parents. Exactly. And you also had a father figure in your life.
Exactly.
100%. That means more than anything.
A lot of people don't have that, and like my siblings, one of my siblings, they go through that. Like, like they have like father figures and like that. But that's why to touch on that for a little bit, it's important to have the father figure there, especially if you're a male and you're going through high school, going to possibly college. I was lucky enough to where I wasn't a first-generation student, which is a student who's applying to university and going to college for the first time in their family circle. Yeah, exactly. So like, my brother already went to school. My dad already had his master's, so they knew the struggles I would go through. Right. So they were just, throughout school, my dad was like always, y'all know my dad. My dad was hard as I don't know what about. Exactly. Like, yo, you need to master this, because when it comes in college, you need to master this. My dad's favorite word was master everything. So when I went to that stage of like, I didn't get to any school, bro, and it comes to like, is it like May at this point, bro? It might be May
2015.
Yeah, May.
So we're
in senior year.
Okay.
So May 2015, I'm like, yo, bro, I stopped opening letters. Like, I think I was going through it, bro. Like, my dad, he lost his house. We were living with my aunt. And
that's
we were going,
real, bro.
Yeah, we were going through it. And I just like, yo, bro, I'm working, I'm grinding. Like, why am I not getting these schools? Like, I go hard in school. Like, I do everything I gotta do.
Right.
And then I didn't get in. And then luckily, I talked about it a lot. I got into EOF and things like that. But luckily, when I graduated, I knew what my next step was.
Right.
So like, you graduate. What was it for you besides like you were going for money? What led to like working at CVS? You working at CVS after we graduated, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
So you working at CVS?
But between that time, I probably had 3 jobs already.
Oh, where were you?
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, all right, Jovan was known for leaving jobs after a month.
If I ain't like it, I was out, bro. I used to leave jobs on lunch break. I used to go to the bathroom, pack my stuff, I'm out. Like, I go right on Indeed. I get an interview on Tuesday, bro. That's just how it was back then, though, bro.
No
like,
way.
It was so easy to get a job.
I mean, yeah, when you're in high school level.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you ain't really worried about nothing.
You don't care about
and
the
then
company.
your parents is back home. Worst case scenario, you good. Like, it ain't real yet. You know what I'm saying? For real.
When we said lunch break, he was tipping off.
I'll leave, man. But yeah, so what? I had my first job, 16, 17, junior year. Started my business at 20, 2 months before turning 21. So from 16 to 20, I probably had about 20 jobs, bro. I was at Taco Bell. I went from there. I remember I was at Hollister, bro. I was there for 2 days, bro.
You were at the house? I didn't even know that.
I was there for 2 days, bro. I did orientation. I remember they gave me my discount. I went back in. It was like 4 hours here, 4 hours there. Yeah. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing this. Ain't no money. I'm going to get 4 hours and go home, not work.
That's truly for a high school kid that just wants a little something.
Some type of money.
Just go work. We'll give you allowance. Just go get a little bit something.
Something. So that's like, what, $70, $80? I'm like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So then I worked at the Dunkin' Donuts.
All of us worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, that one right there by the bridge.
Oh my gosh.
So we was there. I left there. I think once I left there, that's when I started getting into the warehouse, because I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because that was probably like $13, $14. You used to making $8, $9. You like, oh damn, 14 sound
before
good.
Amazon.
Before Amazon. Exactly.
So working at any warehouse, you would get a little bit of change because you grinding.
It's an actual full-time gig, so you seeing that type of money.
Yeah,
but before the warehouse, though, I was at the CVS, and that was right down the street, so it was easy to commute. They gave me a full-time schedule. I think I was there 7 to 3, 8 to 4, so I was able to go to work, get out of work, and still enjoy my day.
So was it hard? Like, did you come to a realization, like, is this possibly where? Because you were there for a minute.
Yeah.
And like, was there aspirations of becoming a manager or something like that?
It was never no aspirations for that, bro.
Okay.
It was just getting a check, come in, get my check, and go home by my business. And then I remember I was like, I can't do this no more. And there was a dude I was working with, like the Pepsi vendors. They would come in, and he was like, "Yo,
you did that for a
I
while,
did that, bro." So bro, I did so many
Yeah,
jobs.
facts,
That's why I
true.
appreciate where I'm at so much, bro, because I know what that shit is like.
Yeah.
So Pepsi dude like, yo, they hiring whatever. It's like 16. You make your own schedule. You drive your car around, go to different stores. I applied. He got me in there. I was there for probably like 2 months, bro. I was there in my training period. You with someone.
Yeah.
Once I was by myself, I'm like, oh, nah, this ain't it.
You doing a whole bus by yourself.
Exactly. I'm like, nah, I'm out. So I remember, and that, you got ultimate freedom. You in your own car. You can ask Josiah this. I called Josiah. I'm like, yo, what you doing? I'm around the way. You can go to Mount Laurel, go to the Y. So I'm supposed to be doing like 3 Acme's. I just went to go hoop. They calling me, yo, bro. I didn't take none of these jobs serious though. It's like, yo, once I was done with it, I was done with it, bro. There was no way you could tell me anything. So I remember I left that, and then I got into the warehouses. Last warehouse job I had was the Dunkin' Donuts warehouse.
That's funny. It came like full circle.
It's crazy. That's the last job I had too.
That's crazy.
Big boy, you on the track.
Welcome back. So right back into where we were at. So we were talking about just the different jobs, your mentality of your you knew that you didn't want to move up in the company. Like you knew you had higher goals. Like not that there's anything wrong with that, but you knew you had like a calling to something else for yourself.
Right, bro. I really didn't, when we graduated, bro, I really didn't have no path, bro. Like it was basketball, work. It was basketball, get money. That's it. Like find a way to get money, like working wise though. So it was like I had all these jobs and nothing was really doing it for me. It was just literally a check every 2 weeks or a week, whatever the case was. Went through mad jobs, went through like every job you could think of. I probably been through it. That's why I really cherish the shit that I created for myself now. Cause it's like, bro, I know what it feels like to wake up in the morning, think I got work. I know I'm gonna be there all day. I don't want to go. I got vacations. I can't get time off.
You gotta ask.
You gotta ask. How that sound? You a grown man? Ask another grown man to get time off, bro.
I feel you.
Like that's just really how I be looking at it.
Yeah.
But so my last job, I was at Dunkin' Donuts warehouse, and it's crazy because I worked at Dunkin' Donuts actual store, so everything came full circle. So that was my last job before I actually started my stuff, and I was getting $20 an hour there, bro. But it was
good at that age.
It was good.
At
It was great,
age,
bro.
like,
I was like 19, 20.
what?
I copped the Camaro, bro. I was good. But so I was there for probably like 2-3 months. I was getting all my boys in there. It wasn't even like work. It was more like school, like hanging out, lunch table. You just playing around.
But that only could last for so long.
It only could last so long. So my boys start getting clipped because we playing around too much. People start getting fired. You know what I'm saying? You're not hitting quota. You getting fired. It was like I always took the job serious though, enough to where that wouldn't happen to me. But it was like, after a couple months, you in there, you go in at 2, you don't leave till 2, 3 the next morning. 14-hour long days, bro. Back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back shifts. So it was crazy. And then it came a point, I'm like, I can't do this no more, bro. So I remember I was like, yo, and you remember Vic, right? Vic Silly?
Yeah.
I always did his cards every time he came home from school.
Oh, really?
And then he started giving people my info. Yeah. And they would hit me like, yo, I need a detail. What's up? And I'm like, what's up? Like, they're like, what's prices? I'm like, I don't even know. Like, bro, I didn't have anything.
Oh, snap.
I didn't have. So I would just go to the car wash. I would go to the car wash. I would wash it. Use their vacuums. Probably charge them like $30-$40. Wasn't nothing serious. And then he started giving people my info, and I'm like, oh nah, like I gotta do something. This is my opportunity. If I could get money like that on my schedule, on my terms, I'm gonna do it. So I started doing it. Started getting more people. There was a car wash by where I used to live at in Clementon. It was called Sudsy Shine, something like that. So I would have people pull in. I would use only the water. I had all my own products on chemical juice, the vacuum, little Bissell, whatever. Wasn't nothing compared to now, but it was something. It was a start.
I remember you being that
point, I was doing that, and then it came a point where I made my Instagram page and all that, and I remember I was like, yo, once I hit 200 followers, I'm gonna do $20 washes all day. I'm gonna just come up here and camp out and chill.
Yeah.
And the way the car wash was set up, it had an automatic wash bay, and I was always at the last bay. So I was like, all right, just line up. I had all the cars lined up.
No way.
Dudes like, yo, like y'all in the wrong line. Like the line start here.
Yeah.
They like, nah, we here for this dude. And
Yeah.
it was all good and cool. Like he was like, yeah, you can use the bay. You paying for it anyway.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally paying to use your water.
Yeah.
And it was all cool until that day. I remember I was doing this dude Sal's truck, and in the middle of the truck, he walks over like, yo, you're not doing this no more, right in front of the customer. I'm like, damn, this my first dude meeting the dude with the truck.
Yeah.
And he just right at me like, yo, you're not doing this here no more. So Sal's looking at me. I'm looking at Sal. I'm like what? Like, I'm like, damn, like he really just messed up. Yeah, he really messed up my own business. So I go home to my girl. I'm like, yo, I'm done. I think I'm done with it. Like, I can't do it no more. I don't got no location.
Yeah.
So she like, nah. Like, we gonna find something out. So it was another car wash down the road, abandoned car wash. So I started telling people come there. From there, it was like, it wasn't really the ideal space. Vacuums wasn't really that good, so quality was kind of slipping.
Yeah.
And it was a time where throughout that whole process, I wasn't really getting bookings like that. Like I was getting bookings, but there was days like nothing on the schedule.
Yeah.
No DMs, no nothing. And I'm constantly promoting my shit. Constantly marketing.
You are.
Marketing is key, by the way, bro. If you could be the best at whatever you do, but if you don't tell people or market it to a certain extent, they're never gonna find you.
100%. That's what I think I'm learning the most within this is like, as I'm like starting the podcast and starting things up. I'm not an Instagram dude, like, you know what I mean? Like
that's
I'll
important,
post
bro. That's really important.
Now it's like now it gets to my head where I'm like, yo, I ain't even post all day about when I'm trying to get out there. That's crazy. You speak
and the
about
way
that.
people look at it is like, you don't post, you're not working.
Yeah.
Where that's not the case. You could have been, bro. There's days where I did 4 or 5 cars, I didn't even post nothing because I'm just so locked in. But it's like to them, they're not getting no content. Oh, he's not working. He's whatever.
That's crazy. So then you moved. So then your mental moved from working for that to like you knew, like, you know, you kept leaving jobs because you knew there was something else out there. Like you didn't know the answers, but you knew there was something else out there. That's crazy. Whereas for me, like I worked at Dunkin' Donuts as well.
Right.
And
I feel like everybody in our
bro,
class
everyone worked. Me, you, Jabri, all of us, Calvin, everybody. That's crazy.
Calvin in the league, like we all worked at that job, bro. For real.
So when I was working Dunkin' Donuts, I did it in high school, and I could only work on the weekends because I played sports.
Right.
So I worked, and I would do it like during the weeks. Like if I had practice once in a while, I would do it here and there.
Right.
But I would work from 6 in the morning. I would go into the Palmyra location.
Okay.
And then from 6 to noon, I'll be there.
Yeah, you was at the Cinnamon
and then
one, bro.
from noon till 10 at night, I was at the Cinnamon one. And I haven't shared the story, but I was working there and I got robbed at Cinnamon.
Oh shit, I didn't even know.
You didn't know that?
Nah,
no,
bro.
I got robbed. So a dude came in.
That's 24-hour one too, right?
Yeah. So a dude, but he came in at 4 in the afternoon.
Oh,
so he came in the evening, and mind you, I had 2 managers in the back, and I used to work with another guy, but he was like he had like
leave you for dead up there.
He had mental health issues, but you know we would give him like certain things to do so he could help us. But he was an older guy, but he was coherent. He was funny. We would joke with him. Yo, probably honestly off topic. Yo, those dudes were probably the funniest dudes ever at Dunkin' Donuts.
They be funny.
They were hilarious. Like the Indian dudes were hilarious, bro. Like they would talk to you and everything. Right. So I'm working the front, and dude just come in like, yo, give me, bro. I don't know what he said to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Like I just heard, he just said, yo, get empty register. And you know it's kind of hard to open that register without
for sure,
order.
Bro. He probably think you typing in
911
or something crazy.
I opened that bitch so quick.
Probably got like 200, right?
Not, bro. He barely got anything because it was like they just did a drop because it was like the morning to evening.
All day long,
so
bro.
They just did a drop. So I barely had anything. He probably got like 200, but he said, "Give me the cash, nigga." I gave that nigga the whole register. I took that bitch out.
Nervous as hell. Take this job, bro. Go ahead.
I stood there, right? My heart dropped, bro. I stood there.
Like,
I'm watching him. He grabbed everything and he like, bro, dead serious. The only thing I remember, he was like, "Thank you, kind sir," and just walked the fuck out. So you see on camera, I just stand there, bro. I stood there for like 45 seconds. I was like,
I'm gonna lose my job.
Bro, I just got robbed over this, like, bro. What? I was sitting there, I'm like, bro, I just got robbed, yo. So I walked to the back and I ain't gonna say the boy name. I'm like, yo, bro.
Like, that shit happened.
I'm like,
so
yo,
fast,
like you ain't see?
He
was like, what do you say? I'm like, you didn't see anything. So then I walked to the back to the manager. It's 2 managers in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we just got robbed. He was like, oh my god, I thought I saw that. And I'm like, you thought you saw that, bro? What? I'm like, I almost got robbed. I almost got killed. I got robbed, nigga. I almost got killed. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, like, what? Like, this is what it's at. Mind you, I got robbed at 4. They like call the cops. I'm like, nigga, I got robbed. Y'all call the cops. Y'all the managers. So I'm calling cops. whatever. They don't even find a dude. He ended up robbing like all these places.
Yeah.
But like my girl, my dad came. My dad was like, "You gotta leave, bro," because I worked by myself at night. Like once it hit like 5 o'clock, I was there from 5 to 10 at night by myself.
Right.
So.
And people that's robbing those places pay attention.
They can come back. Yeah. Exactly, so the fact that he even robbed us in the evening, that means he was watching us.
Exactly.
So my dad was like, "Yo, leave." I'm like, "I can't leave, Dad." Like I'm just one of those people, like, I care so much about what people and like just doing my job. Like I care about doing my job the right way. So it led to like how you said you left. Like, bro, one day I got sick, and since I worked those hours, they're like, "Malik, you can't call out." I was like, "Bro, I'm sick. Like I'm not going in."
That's what I'm. These jobs be tripping,
bro. So they told me that. I was like, "You know what? I'm sorry, I quit." Bro, the relief that came. Bro, I was like, "I'm sorry, I quit." Because the lady was bugging on me. I'm like, "Yo, I'm sorry, I quit." And when I quit, she started going off of me, bro. She was like, "Oh, you think you're a king? You think you're a king now or something?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Bro, get off my phone, bro." And I was like, "Have my check. I'm gonna pick up my check." I kept coming every day. I was like, "Where's my check?" They're like, "It's not here yet." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, I know it's here. Exactly. Let me know." And I would keep coming back. But it led to like my understanding of like, where you quit knowing that you wanted to go into entrepreneurship, you wanted to, fend for yourself. I knew I was quitting because I'm like, any job that I had in college, whatever, I didn't care because I was like, I know I'm bigger than this. Like, I worked at Journeys. It's always something like I'm bigger than this. So then once you leading to your career, so then you found out like, okay, I gotta market this, I gotta build the clientele. So I think you went crazy on Instagram. Like you went crazy in the sense of like everyone, like you were posting, everyone was posting, everybody was. And the thing you had was love from a lot of people. It started with like the ground people you had, and then moving up with like just people you didn't know, didn't know.
So that's a big thing.
So what year are we in now? So we just graduated. You're in 2016, probably.
Yeah, I done did all them jobs. I done did the car wash stuff. I got kicked out the car wash. We in back into 2018. Nah, back into 2019, early 2019. I started my business October 2018.
Okay, so
got kicked out that car wash. That was probably February, March
of
2019.
2019. Okay.
2019. So we're leading into 2019 summer, right?
So wait, so from 2016 to 20, before you started your business, you were still car washing it?
Yeah, I was doing it like on the side. Like I said, it wasn't really a business. It was like,
Vic
come
so you
home,
were working.
Let me know.
So you were still working at the warehouse.
The warehouse, right? I was there for a little bit, bro.
Yep. Okay.
Basically
going
a
to
side business, yeah.
Okay.
But it was like, so we in the early 2019. I still had a job or whatever. It came to a point where people was reaching out, and I was telling them like I can't because I had work. I can't tell them I got work because you a business. Like, what you mean you got work? This is what you do. So it was like, damn, like I'm losing money now. But I'm not really losing money because I might do him on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I might not have anything. So was it worth it? It wasn't.
Yeah.
So, and I had real bills. I lived on my own since I was 20 when I moved out. So I had bills to take care of. I had real responsibilities. It wasn't no more quitting jobs like that, bro. You feel me? What I'm saying?
Okay, so like, how did you get to the point of like, all right, I'm quitting my security of like, that this job is paying for your car, your luxury of your car, your bills. So what was it that mentally you like, all right, I got to do this leap of faith to go and make something else for myself?
It was really just the job in general. Like if the job was easy, I'd probably still be doing it to this day and doing my business on the side. But it was just like I said earlier, it's 14-hour long days, bro. We young. If I'm hurting at this young age, imagine 5 years from now, I'm gonna be destroyed.
Exactly,
So it was like, nah, people was reaching, and this is like, I'm growing traction now. People reaching out more, people sharing my stuff more. I'm really going all in now on Instagram trying to market. And it was like, that's it, I'm done. Like, I'm not going back in. I'm going to just really lock in. So I remember I went to Vistaprint, all these companies getting cards. Where I'm hitting every town I know, just dipping cards out of mailboxes. I didn't even know mailboxes was like a federal offense if you get caught. So, bro, I'm just literally just giving them out, putting mailboxes, doors, whatever I could do to get my name out there. People start reaching out. I'm still in a Camaro doing mobile detailing now.
Okay.
I'm doing mobile out of a Camaro. Let that make sense, bro. Like, there's no space in that car for anything. So I had to vacuum in the back. All my hoses, a little Ryobi pressure washer in the back, probably $100 setup. But I was able to make it happen. I'm posting on Instagram. You don't know I have a Camaro unless you know me. So you book me, I pull up. You like, the hell? Like, and it's like, nah, I got you though. And they like, all right, bet, I seen the work, so go ahead. And so I'm doing all that, whatever. It came a point. This dude had reached out, so I did some dealership work before. That dude knew someone with a G-Wagon, a G-Wagon,
a
couple
so
Benzes.
This is what leads to your different type of
different type of clientele. So I'm just doing the regular everyday Honda Civics, Nissan Altima, the regular cars. Yeah. And then this dude's like, yo, I know this dude. I don't know if you ready for this, but he got some big boy toys. So I'm like, I'm hyped as hell. I'm like, oh yeah, this that reaching point.
This the next step.
This that next step. So I'm like, all right, let's get it. So he give the dude my info. Dude reach out. I pull up. No, before I pull up, I'm just sitting on it. I got the DM right here. He like, yeah, 2020 G63 just came out at that time. Yeah. I'm like, damn, if I fuck this up.
G-Wagon?
A G-Wagon.
Bro,
but I knew I wasn't going to mess it up because I was just overthinking stuff. Like, if I done all
But
this
it
stuff,
is, though. You like, yo, if I fuck this nigga seats up, bro, I can't pay for the
interior.
Exactly, bro.
Exactly, bro. Interior worth more than my whole car. Like, so I'm just like, I'm just looking at the DM. I'm like, yo, it's go time. Like, this is really what I've been waiting
figure
for.
This out now.
So I'm like, nah, we ain't even going to go out like this. I need a video dude now. So I go on Instagram. I'm like, who could shoot a video? Because I was like into like, if I could find a way to capture that moment and send it out to Instagram where thousands could see and thousands could book me off of just seeing me doing that. Because people love clout stuff like that. Like they see you doing a G-Wagon and all these other cars, Tesla X, whatever. They like, oh, nah, I need him to do my Honda Civic now. Yeah. So I had the dude come out. We shot the video.
So you knew going in before you even got there. You like,
before I even got there.
Oh, I'm about to do a newer car.
I'm about to do a
How
newer
can
car.
I promote and show that like I'm making a different move? Like I'm not. And there's nothing wrong with the everyday car, the Honda Civic, or something.
I do those all the
but
time.
You know that this will attract a certain type of client. Also on top of that,
exactly, bro.
Okay,
and that's what you really want to get to, because those are the big dogs with all the money and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I need a camera dude. Came through, met the dude. He still does my videos today. He shot a video. We did the video, and I already knew about Instagram promotions. Like literally, bro, it's down to a T. You could pick the city, you could pick the age group, girl, female, male, whatever you want to do. Yeah. So I ran an ad. The video did like 17,000 on the gram. And I remember one day I woke up to use the bathroom. I'm looking at my phone. It's just going off like. And I'm like, usually we get that as spam. Yeah. Like, who the hell on my page? Like, So I'm like, nah, these real people, real DMs, real everything. So I'm like, oh, nah, people are asking like, yo, can I book? Can I book? I'm just smiling, bro, because my plan worked perfectly.
At this time, you don't even have a system to booking. It's just you.
I don't have, bro. It's pen and pad, bro. It's all in my notes on the iPhone. It's just on the notes, so I know I got this person, this address, this time. It was real, like, because at that point I didn't really have a structure as in how long this car's gonna take. So it was kind of just booking cars, and I know I'm not going home until all these cars are done. And it was the summertime at that time, so I'm kind of good. Okay. So so I did that. Yeah, I did that. I didn't really get
the Instagram promotion is different. Like Instagram promotion recently now, different. I always knew about the promotion and people promoting things, but like with the podcast started up, I promoted it out there. I was like, yo, I'll pay whatever $30, whatever it is, just for the couple of days and promote it and like push it, because I already can get a lot of views on Instagram, but pushing that onto like I made the mistake of just pushing it on my actual my personal Instagram, not the business one. Right. So like Kat told me that. I was like, you're right, but I'll try to traffic it towards that
because people gonna see it and they're gonna click the page. Why do I want to follow Malik? What's Malik doing for me to click this follow button? You know what I'm saying?
So that's once I see that, and then I was like, let me look at the statistics and the demographics. It shows you like
the insights,
the insights, the states, how old they are, who it's reaching, how the percentage of people that you reach compared to their pay promotion reach. So it's like, it's different, but like,
it's definitely different. A lot of people don't use it to the right way. Like there's so many companies I see ads on my Instagram. They're all the way in Texas. Why are you promoting in Jersey? I'm never going to use your business. Unless it's a service where I get items shipped. But if you're offering the service, I'm never going to book you. You're too far.
You're 100%
exactly.
Right.
So going into that, let me tell a small story. At the time I was driving home, just finished work, still in the Camaro, whatever, just finished work. There's a pizza store, right? There's a Lamborghini Huracan green and a brand new C8 Corvette, right?
At a pizza shop?
At a pizza shop, bro. Clementon. And that's why I'm like, what the hell? Like, what they doing out here with this? Hold on. So I just drove past, it ain't nothing. I'm like, something in my head was like, nah, turn around, go talk to them people. And bro, at this time really wasn't like, I was nervous as hell to talk to people, especially like that. I'm still early. They ask for a service that I don't do. It's like, now it's like, why are you talking to me? You know, and they can talk to you any type of way. You want them. It's not.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. So I remember I going to the pizza store or whatever. I grabbed 2 slices. I had to. I had to grab 2 slices. Exactly, right? Yeah. So I grabbed the pizza and I'm talking. I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? My name is Jovan. Y'all got some beautiful cars. Here's my card. I had cards always on me just in case. They're like, oh, that's dope, man. We'll get with you for sure. But people always say that. But he actually followed me on Instagram later that night. I think a couple weeks went by, he never reached out. So I'm like, let me reach out to him. All he gonna say is no if worst case scenario. So I'm like, listen, like, if you want the land wash, I know the weather's starting to break. I'll do it for free just to let you see what I can do. So he's like, yeah, sure. You gonna turn down a free wash?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he like, what's the worst he could do? Car with ceramic coated, everything's protected, so I really can't mess it up.
Yeah.
So I come to his house, I greet him, I do his car. Once again, I get the video guy, right?
Dude, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So dude's like, yo, this is the best work I ever had on this car.
Really?
I go inside his house, bro. He's like, come in. I ain't really going to people's cribs like that, bro. This dude is real, like a real dude.
A genuine guy, though.
Genuine dude. So the car really didn't mean nothing to him, like how I'm thinking it does.
Yeah.
Like the item, materialistic things wasn't really nothing.
He don't give a fuck about that.
Exactly, bro. So he's like, nah, like I really like your
He
drive.
looks at that car. If he's driving, and first of all, to a pizzeria, that shows you that on many levels, this is just his everyday pushing the car, and that this is not where his concerns are at.
Exactly, bro. So I'm in his house. He's just chopping up with me. Dude does construction. He does all the Eagles houses. He's getting me plugged in with crazy people, bro.
Yeah.
So, and it's just real genuine. Like you could tell he's like, yeah, I like your drive. I like the way you came up to us. I like everything about how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So he gets me plugged in with mad people. I'll touch on that later. But it was like, once I got that video, I was like, yo, this is it.
Yeah.
I did the Mercedes Benz and all that already.
Okay.
People like that and they want to see more now. So this was another step.
Yeah.
So I did another promotion, bro. I probably had about $1,500 to $2,000 in my account. I ran an ad for like 500, bro. I was just like, fuck it, like I'm gonna get mad views on this video. Probably did like 20,000 overnight, bro. I was like, what? These people are reaching out now. I can't even book now, bro. Like the schedule is so crazy, and I don't have no platform to book it either still. So it's all notepad work. Yeah. And it's like I don't want to turn these people down that he's recommending because now it looks bad. I'm gonna miss out on that.
So now you're months out. So you're on a tight time tour that you'd be like. I'm on to next month. Like I don't even know what to do. So like that's important to see. Like for a lot of people that have their own business, like you see that like for some people they actually put like for me I had to put the back end work in of like, all right, let me plan out strategically.
And not to cut you off, the back end money is way more important than the money you get up front. Because like I said, I was gonna do that for free just because I ran the ad before. I knew I was gonna get money on the back end. Bro. He still paid me, and I got money off the back end just because so many people's gonna book. From his 20,000 views. How many people you think booked, bro?
That's
you know
crazy,
what I'm saying?
Bro. And honestly, it's for people like. There's a difference between promoting content that's just you just want to get your name out there, than promoting like a service,
bro. It's different.
There's so much of a difference.
So you getting people follow you just to keep you on their feed, so when they need it.
Well, exactly. I know I plugged you into like my uncle. Like he has a Benz, old school Benz, like Todd, he bought for some lady in Morristown, and he's like, yo, I need something. Like, yo, my boy, he detailed it out. Here's follow his Instagram. I just made him follow real quick. Right. So just if he ever scrolling, he's like, one day he just scrolling through, he's like, all right, cool, I can plug this in.
And bro, that's why I flood every single day. I'm always trying to post something, whether it be something small or it's just me actually working. I try to get the content out there so people constantly see me on their feed. Yeah. They're like, damn, this dude's always working. I might need something. Yeah. And that's just
at some point you're gonna just buy it because you're seeing it.
You've seen it so much.
It's just,
and
it's smart.
It's like I seen a post a couple weeks ago. It was like people not gonna support you until they see it's popular to support you. So like you might not fuck with a business. Yeah. But if everybody else fucking with it, you like, man, let me grab a tea. Let me see what it's hitting for. Yeah. Or you might meet the dude one time. You're like, oh, this shit, he really genuine as hell. Let me link with him. Yeah. That's just what it is.
Connection and that connection as well is what's so important. Like for so many people, like they don't understand that like. I don't have to support you, and like I don't have to if I don't know you and if I don't feel a genuine connection to you. So like people seeing that you're a genuine person, like you're out there making a difference, like that's all it's about. Because they're just like, oh, why wouldn't I support? Why I want to support someone I know? Like you know, like and it's not like one of these people where it's like support black businesses, and
bro,
it's not good quality.
Bro, I hate that term though because it's like. All glory to black business. You know, we already know the backstory on all that. We ain't got to touch base on that. But it's like a black business is a business. Why are we putting it as black business? Okay. Just because he's black, he's a black business now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to degrade his value by saying it's a black business. Okay. So, like, all right, so for instance, today, you see what I'm saying, though, right? So, like, if there's two carpet cleaners, one's black owned, one's a big company that everyone knows, you're going to go to the big company. Why? Because that built a name for itself. When in reality, the black business might be way better. Yeah. But you're going to support him because he's black? You know what I'm saying?
I think where nowadays the coin of that term isn't more or less to, like, say, like, support me because I'm black. I think it's for others to recognize that, like, this is a black person who have gone through different struggles and aren't getting those opportunities, so come and support us. And to me, it's also important that, like, we're supporting our own to keep the black dollar in this community. Bro, so like that's where I feel like it is. But I understand what you're saying. How like
that's definitely what it is. But some people take advantage of that. Like, bro, you don't even do business, but you got a black business now. Support, or you're not gonna support because it's black business. You know what I'm saying? Now you feel obligated.
That's
bro.
Exactly what I was saying. Like, I like it that you're not throwing a term like just black business, because a lot of times like I'll feel obligated where I'm like, it's a black business. I want to help you.
You want to support,
but your quality isn't up to par. Like that's why I say like, if you're going to claim the term of a black business, you're going to claim a business. Period. The quality of work should be up there. It shouldn't. How many times have you seen?
I want to support you because the product or service you're giving me.
I can tell you for sure. I was one of those too. Like, I was one of those guys that like, yo, I have a business, and I was making fucking T-shirts, and it wasn't up to quality, and it wasn't me putting it was me putting a print. And mind you, I had a lot of people supporting. I had people even now like, Malik, when you dropping shirts, I'm like, bro, I haven't even thought about that. Like, I don't even know. Now that research takes a lot of time and research to go in to make sure my product is worth it, and I wasn't able to do that, so I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not. It's not up to the quality. You just giving people whatever. Just I know that myself. Like the quality I want to put into something, I'm gonna go full for it. Like this with this podcast. Like I knew like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I go 100% in. Like this podcast was planned, bro. The first video just dropped 2 weeks ago. Bro, this shit's been planned for like a year and some change.
That's how it is
before COVID hit. So like seeing that change and seeing like that, you have your own aspiration of what you're chasing, and making those connections is so valuable. Like I know for sure, like right now, it's like so many people are hitting me up like, yo, I want to be on a podcast. I want to be on a podcast, and I love it. I'm like, yo, this is exactly what it's for. This is why I created this. But then within your own creation, like now you're moving into like you move into the sense of like, okay, now I can leave my job, because you were booked up for so much time. So then, what was like one of the first like set of adversities you faced like in that set?
Let me see, bro. I done heard everything too. Like leaving my job, bro. My own family was like $20 an hour. You gonna leave that to start cars?
Oh,
bro, I didn't hear people close to me like ain't no money in washing cars. So that's why I post now, like where I'm at now. I always say ain't no money in washing cars, because there came a point in time where, like I said, I was booked up to a point like where I can't book anymore.
Yeah.
But then that dropped off a little bit, and then now it's like, damn, like that shit really wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So then you hit that adversity, you like, then you go through every emotion, bro. Like Nip said, you go through every emotion. You're going to be sad some days. You're going to be up. But I try to keep everything, like, settled tone. I'll never get too high. I'll never get too low. Because I know how it is to go back to a job. Like I said, I've been through all that before, bro.
100%.
So it's like I'm hearing all that in my head. I'm like, nah, I'm going to bet on myself again and just keep striving. And that whole summer, I just ran it up, bro. I ran the table. I was able to get a van last year during COVID. Like it's cold, like, so we skipping all through 2019 now. I was able to run it up, and
you was grinding throughout the whole period.
There was no job, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's see, we're gonna go to COVID now. So COVID hits, and people
before COVID, you even hit me up. You were like, because we went out to dinner once, me and you and Liam, and we went out, you were talking about, yo, I'm looking for a van now. Like but you put time in where you're like, all right, I'm looking for it. And I even found a van. I was like, yo, I found this one. I put you on, whatever. And you went to the point like, all right, I'm looking for a van. And then you got to that point. So, like, what was that then? You got that during COVID. That was kind of just
like, so I got it during COVID. But between that point, it was just like I was outgrowing the Camaro. Like, doing mobile detailing out of that type of car,
putting miles on
it.
Oh, my God.
It's like, bro, this shit was ridiculous, bro. So I reached a point where it was just like, I'm outgrowing this. I can't really deliver the quality that I want because I can't carry the tools that I want. So I remember just saving all the money. I was getting so much money in, I was able to just put money away and still pay my bills.
Yeah.
So I was able to save money. COVID hit. I'm like, damn, like people not gonna book now because people don't got no money.
Yeah.
But it was the complete opposite. People are home now. People want to book. Instagram, they're on Instagram all day. So all I'm doing is just dropping video after video after video. And I'm just seeing my followers increase. I'm seeing everything increase, bro. I start dropping T-shirts just to get the brand out there.
Yeah.
People are buying just to support because they've been rocking. Bro, there's people that reach out to me. They're like, yo, I remember you was at the car wash, bro. And I love seeing that because it's like, yo, you've been rocking me from this long, bro.
And you just I just been following you just to support.
Exactly.
Let's just see.
So so it was just like that, just put money to the side, and then people was booking, and I'm like, dang, like COVID crazy, like people really booking because they want to get. And I was like posting on stories like steam cleaning, steering wheel, stuff like that. Like people are like, oh, that's germ killing. I need that. People are just booking just to get their car sanitized. So I was able to turn a terrible situation in COVID where if I was at that job, I probably wouldn't even be working, bro. But I was able to turn a terrible situation into a great situation. Meanwhile, building my fund and building my clientele all at the same time, I was able to buy my own van.
Dang. So then, exactly. So for a lot of like the young generation and stuff like that, when they're seeing you, you're grinding, you're working long hours, you're putting that time in, you have your own business, you just got a van, they may look at that like,
Bro,
Okay.
Bro, you didn't. It's crazy because it's like people will be like, "Yo, you lucky as hell." Like you lucky. Like it's like I'm blessed to the highest extent, but it's like I put in work to get
Nothing
lucky.
was given to you. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. You don't know what I really been through to get here, bro. All you see is what you see, what I give you.
What you see.
You know what I'm saying? So you see what you see.
Yeah.
But,
so I think that's where the difference of why I created this podcast is for those to see like taking the leap of faith to start your own business, and then for a business that's not like you're not out here flipping there's no issue with that. But what we see in entrepreneurship is always I'm flipping a house, I'm in the stock market, or I'm doing this
typical stuff, bro.
But what you did was like you put something into like something that you've seen in the area is lacking. You found what the area needed.
Bro,
in the community.
I feel like every mobile business that delivers quality is gonna exceed because you're bringing the service to them. They don't have to leave nowhere, bro. Yeah. There's so many times where say I wanted to detail your car, but I'm at the shop. Now you gotta drop your car off. You gotta come back home, find a ride, sit there and wait, bro. You could be doing a podcast right now. One of my dudes is outside doing the car. You know what I'm saying?
That's like the today's Amazon of
for real, bro. Mobile is the way for everything, bro.
Yeah,
like I seen a mobile barbershop. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But it's like that's gonna destroy the barbershop vibes. At the same time,
I feel like that. Yeah, no, I 100%.
Because them barbershop vibes is like.
I mean, either way, you're
sports,
getting.
You talk whatever, like.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's because I'm. Hopefully one day we'll have an episode with my barber. He wants to come on as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Catch him, Timo Studios on Instagram as well. I'm shouting him out. But I follow him from like working for shop. Now he has his own shop, but it's just me and him. So like that dope. Connection I already have with just me and him. It's always been me and him. But I was always the guy too in barbershops. Like I never talked with a bunch of people in there. I just get my cut, talk to my barber, and be out. But so then, what was your what was one of your biggest fears taking that leap? Like you said, like your family, how your family was like, bro, you sure you want to leave $20 an hour for this? So money was one of your biggest.
Money was my biggest fear because it's like at this point I have real responsibilities, bro. I don't pay the rent, whatever you get kicked out, whatever the case is. So it's like, if I was gonna do this business and make money, I was gonna be fine. Yeah. But if I wasn't seeing money, that's where you get the issues. Yeah. So everything was really money driven at that point, as far as business goes. But for the love of detailing and doing the cars, it wasn't about the money. The only determining factor for me was, is this something I can do to make money to support myself, support my situation, and be comfortable throughout everything.
So that's where then you had the distinction of where we have our like discrepancies. And when I look at your business, right, I look at what you do, and I see you putting the groundwork in to your business. I see you grind. I see you out there. It's cold as hell outside. You sitting here still grinding, right? Yeah. And then I look at me and I'm like, the way you invested into your business, and this is like that college versus choosing to go your own path and go into the workforce, to where we had a just different paths.
Right.
So where like I see it as like,
and that's everyone has a different path 100%. To success, bro, for real.
And that's where I find my own vision of like where I see my investment. So like you touched on it earlier, like it's for you can't imagine like going into debt for this. Like it's like, why would I go into debt for this?
I mean, I understand the college shit fully, because if, say I wanted, like, in your situation, you knew exactly what you want to be, bro. You're not just on campus just trying to be the man or just trying to be around.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people do that, 100%. Go to college just to be around. And
so
it's like, once
they
the 4
go
years
undecided.
is over, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, so I'm going to pay all that money to go undecided?
That's why
that's why I really never, not to cut you off
go.
But it's never... Like, I never went to school because I never really knew what I wanted to do. If I was going to school, it was just for basketball. That was the only reason that I get to school, and I'm like, damn, like, I'm a major in what?
In what, yeah.
In what? Like,
that's very important for the distinction. And, like, I went to school wanting to be a history teacher, but I left wanting to become a president of a university. So, like, my path changed.
That's two totally different things,
so, like,
bro.
my path changed, but luckily, it's still an education. So, I was one of the ones that were, like, but that's where I feel like no matter what college is for the experimental stages, it's a high cost experimental, right? But when you look at it, like, you doing what you did was like a high cost to your life, your mental and everything like that. So that's what the same is for there. And when I look at, like, when people talk about the college debt and stuff like that, I look at it as like, when people start a business, a lot of times they get a loan. You know what I mean? And they go a certain way. They're in debt. They don't have the benefit of already having a backing to get them to that point. So
see, I didn't start mine with a loan though, so that's why it's kind of different.
Exactly. So when you look at it as, that's why when I go against what you say, like, you can't see why going in debt. Again, if you're in 6-figure debt when you graduate, that should never be fucking allowed. Like that should be against the law to graduate with 6 figures of loans.
Because now you're finding a job just to pay all that money back. You're not
that's
even
the worst.
Exactly.
And for a lot of people, they'll die with those loans.
Exactly.
That should never be the way. But where I do fight you on is that like I look at it as like I have loans too. My loans are nowhere close to that.
Right.
But I look at it as like it's an investment in my future. So I look at it as like, okay, I'm investing in my future. I'm taking the time to support myself because like you'd like to grind out with your hands you in there. Fuck that.
Right.
Like I'm different to that.
Right,
I'd rather grind. Not saying you don't, but I'd rather grind
sure.
through here. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what society needs.
Bro, the only problem with that I see is, like I said, when I was at that one job, there was people coming off the street with crazy degrees trying to work in the office, and they're taking people that been in my situation that know the flow, that know the business, that know the ins and outs. So they getting those office jobs first. So now you paid all this money, you got a degree. And little Joe Smo from wherever he at, he didn't level up to the office now.
I see what you're saying.
So it's like I just feel like experience versus credentials is they're taking experience nowadays. Yeah.
I agree that the best teacher is through experience, right? It's no matter where you are.
Anything, though,
and you go through it and like all these jobs are like now like looking at jobs are like you need 3 to 5 years of experience, right? Like everything is like you need this experience. I'm like, how am I gonna get experience if I don't get it?
It's so fucked up, bro.
It's
like, how you gonna get the experience if you're not letting me try to get it? Where I'm gonna start?
The system is fucked. The system is definitely fucked. But where I think they're like, I wouldn't go into me personally, I was fortunate enough, like I'm going into a field that are lacking minorities, that are lacking men looking to go in this field. And I'm like, okay, this is my passion. I don't care. Like, I'm not in it for the money. Like, luckily, I have the advantage of, like, yeah, I know I'm getting paid or whatever like that. But I'm going into it for the love of, like, okay, I'm making a difference. I want to help support these kids.
You're trying to impact
make
them.
it. That's all. This is what this podcast, this is everything I do.
Right,
is to make that impact on, like, with the same thing they did for me going to college. So that's why I look at it as, like, I'm not scared for a no market of my degree.
Right.
Again, like the issue with where I could say is sit them down and be like, okay, what did you do wrong in college? Why didn't you have internships? Why didn't you network in college? Think about this.
Networking is huge.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
So you did the same thing we do in college. You did it on your own. We do the same thing. So that's why I told people like, yo, what you learn in college is not about the classroom. It's what you learn outside the classroom.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're networking. I'm talking with people that are on the same path as me. You become best friends with these kids in college because you went through the same struggles together. And now we're like, okay, you get to a certain point, like junior, senior year, you're like, I got to set myself up for the future. I need to start meeting with professors, going to these college fairs, going to these different job fairs and meeting with these people, that it sets you up for what's to come next. So when people are left with like, they don't know where to go, they didn't put in the I look at them like they ain't put in the work for that. And again, it could be the system. The system is fucked. My dad is definitely in a system to where like the system is made to keep a certain person at a certain level. I will wholeheartedly agree with you.
That's a fact.
But I think that like any path you take, and I don't think you're not saying, I don't think you ever said this, like any path you take is a right path for you. If you choose not to go to school, then you choose not to go to school. If you choose to go to your own levels, learn your own way through YouTube and master something,
bro, it's
then
crazy
do that.
Everything's on YouTube now too.
Everything
so
is.
Like if I want to learn whatever I want to learn, you could literally go on YouTube and study for a couple days, and that's a free course basically. But there's, like you said, in college, there's certain things, networking on the back end, and all the other stuff that goes into it that you can't get taught. You have to experience it.
Yeah,
but,
I agree. I completely agree. So so then now you looked and you're able to like move into like the success and enjoy. Not that you're getting comfortable,
right?
But
not at all.
You're never comfortable, but you're able to and like sit back and be like, okay, I established this business. So like, what's next? I don't know if you don't have employees or anything like that yet.
Right now, I'm actually looking to hire a couple people this summer, get another van, just so that booking for a month out could drop down to maybe a week. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But damn, I forgot what I was about to touch on.
The next.
No, what did you say before that?
With college, or within like, you move. You're not complacent. Like you're not like sitting in a place where you're just complacent. You're not having, but you're able to sit back and like be like, all right, I made it into a business.
Yeah. All right. So like going, like you don't really notice how far you're making it until you sit down and really look back.
Yeah.
Like bro, I did so many cars. I'll be looking. Sometimes I'll sit at home on my Instagram and just scroll all the way to the bottom, just look up. And it's like, damn, I did that. I remember doing it, but I don't remember doing it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just was like a pass.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't take time to really appreciate the process and appreciate what you're doing, you'll just get lost and keep trying to build. and they're just gonna crash. So I like to take sometimes. I'll just like literally just sit on the toilet and just look at my success sometimes. For real though, just to keep me grounded and humble though.
I feel that.
Like I really a year ago today or 2 years ago today, I was in this position. I know exactly how I felt during this time, and it's like, but during that time, you're not thinking that. You just going with the flow. Next day.
Yeah.
So I feel like you really need to look back at some things and just really appreciate them for what they're for.
I definitely can say that. Like, there's so many times like, bro, we recorded so many episodes of me and Cats where we sat here and like legit cried because it's like we're nowhere close to being complacent where we're at, but like to see the journey that we've been on and be like, yo, we're kids from where we come from. Like, look where we're at right now.
Young as hell,
we're
bro.
still
That's
young, but like
part.
it scares us to we're like, yo, we're so young. We're chasing aspirations, and like we're not afraid, but it's like, yo, what the hell is next?
Right.
But we're excited. We're hungry for that shit. And like, I don't think anything will stop like our circle and like the people that are there, like, cause like we're on a drive that like it can't stop us. There's nothing that should
never
stop.
ending. Exactly.
But it scares you because you're like, it's never gonna end. And like, what do I want to do? That's my passion. Like, I never want to work. I think where you really touched on this to where like you begin to love Mondays. So like, I'm interviewing for jobs, stuff like that, and I asked that question. I'm like, what keeps you up at night? And then what gets you up excited for Mondays? And like, that's like such an important key to what I'm in search for, because I don't like what I do right now, but I have to do it right now. It's part of the process.
Exactly, it's part of the process.
So where within that, I'm like, I can't wait to wake up freaking Monday mornings and be like, yo, I get to talk to this kid, figure out what they want to do with their life. I can't wait to make a difference. Like, I know I want to do this for universities, make it acceptable for students to get in. They should never graduate these loans. What can I do to help kids out like me? So in that sense of like finding my own success, like, where do you feel like you define success? Like, what does success look like for you?
What is success to me? Being able to wake up and do whatever you want. Like, whenever you want to do it. You wake up, you want to go to Dubai, let's go be out. Like, I feel like that's successful because exactly just traveling, just the freedom, bro. The freedom to do whatever you want whenever you want to do it is successful to me.
I agree with you.
Because it's like there's nothing you can't do at that point.
Yeah, I agree with you.
If you feel like there's something you can't do, now you have to figure out a way to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? But the ultimate freedom, just wake up, do whatever you want, whenever you want, is different.
I remember the Meek Mill song, "What's Free."
Oh yeah, for real though, exactly.
Guys can tell us what
exactly,
the beat.
Bro.
I completely agree with you in that sense. Like, when I look at success, in my eyes, I think of like just internal happiness and like a calmness. Like I said this in the last podcast.
Like I said, freedom. You're probably internally happy, so it all relates.
Yeah, no, exactly. Relates. And I think like for me and Kat, we have different ways of like success. For her, her success is exactly how you are, being able to travel, do whatever she wants. To where like for me, my success is like once I feel like I'm not working, like I'm in a career, I'm happy. I can right now I can do whatever the hell I want. But like when I can truly sit back and live with my girl, we can live together. We can be like, what do we have to do? Nothing. We have nothing to do, but we're just happy and sitting here and being able to like actually breathe. Like that's where we find like success, and that weight is lifted off of us.
Nah, bro, I never felt that feeling since I left that job. Like ever since I started, this doesn't feel like work to me, bro.
Really?
That's the crazy part. Like I'll be doing a car, I'll be throw the AirPods in, I'm locked in. And it's like,
and you're up at 6 a.m.
Summertime, I'm up at 6. Don't come home till 8, 9, bro.
OD.
But it's like you get that money in the back end. You done met some great people, had some great conversations along the way. It's not work. Work to me is like, oh damn, it's Monday. Let me put the jeans on. Let me sit in traffic. Like, come on, that's not.
And you're one of those dudes that like you have off what, just Sundays? Barely.
Bro, I work 7 days a week. I make and then if I have something to do, I'll just block my schedule for that day.
That's different, like, man. That's
like it never ever feels like work though to me, bro. Like I'll look at my schedule, like, all right, I got this, and that. It doesn't feel like work.
So is that what motivates you? Like you love it. So
I love it. So it doesn't feel like anything. It just feels like I'm doing a service for someone and I'm enjoying doing it. So I'm cool, bro.
That's awesome,
cool,
bro. So
I used to, Sundays you watch football. You throw the Sunday night game on. Once that went off, I used to be like, damn, like now it's time for work. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's Sunday. Oh, okay, it's Sunday. Monday's tomorrow. Like Tuesdays and the day after.
It's just
you're just going through it exactly. But that's where I'm saying you have to sometimes look back because them days will just pass by. And
you look up. You like, yo, it's 5 years later.
It's 5 years.
Think
later.
Think about it.
Exactly.
We've been out of school damn near 4, 6,
2015,
7.
6 years in June, bro.
We've been out of school 6 years, bro.
6 years in June, bro. And so many people in our class aren't doing nothing, bro. And that's why I feel like I want to impact people. Like you want to impact them school wise. I want to impact them like, yo. If you're creative, if you offer something, whether it be t-shirts, anything, a service, anything, get that out there. There's money in everything, bro. Like there's money in there's businesses that you probably, bro, think about it. Say you sitting here right now, right? You like, dang, I need someone to clean my shoes. I need someone to do my floors. dang, my hat messed up. There's a guy for your hat. There's a guy for your shoes. There's a guy for the floor.
That's
so
what he
it's
does
like
full time.
solving problems.
Yeah.
Find a way to solve problems to get money.
I like that. That's exactly where it is.
That's
like,
exactly what a business is, though. It's
regardless of like, you know, different places, we're all just trying to make the world a better place. At that might sound cliche, right. We're also just trying to make a difference and like showing others like it's a way. Because I feel like there's so many people who like and I'll say like there and a lot of like these higher businesses like that, there's nepotism, which is like bringing up a fellow person you know and showing them the way to success. Right. But in the black community, you don't really often see that. You don't see a lot of black people helping, reaching out a hand. And I'll just say minorities communities where like first of all, because the system won't allow you. And the second of all, there's a lot of people who fall into the system and won't reach a hand and be like, yo, I have an opening at this position. My dad, he didn't say that. My dad be like, oh, I know somebody. Yo, let me put you in contact with this person. Let me put you in contact with this person.
All it is a ring of endless contacts, bro.
So
but it's like once in our community, I feel like once someone reaches a certain status, they look down on others. So they're like, they don't want to bring them up with them. Bro, my friend that works with me now, he's about to be one of my first employees. He's caught up in the work now. Bro, I done showed him clients that make $100,000 a month. His whole mindset on money has changed, bro.
Yeah.
$100,000 a month, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
You trying to get $100,000 a year? This dude's managing $100 a month. Yeah. He's like, dang, it's really money out here like that. I'm like, bro, it's really money out here.
Yo, once you open your eyes to the possibilities,
and that's what it was for me, bro. Going to these people's houses, dealing with their cars, bro. They regular as hell, bro. Regular, like no disrespect to them, like by saying regular. Yeah. But it's like
no, because we look upon them.
Yeah, we look at them like, dang, he got the Louis on, he got the new J's on.
He must be an asshole.
Exactly. Yeah, but you see him in Target, you would never think that he had $100,000 a month.
There's so many people, even like when you run into certain people, you begin to hang out with them. And you be like, "What do you do for a living?" And you're like, "How old are you?" You're like, "Oh shit, you make this much money." Like for me, it was like growing up was like 6 figures was good, like 100,000 a year. I'm like, that's crazy. I can't wait to get that.
Exactly.
Like going into college, I was like, "Oh man, I know if I'm a history teacher, I'll make 60, whatever, 50." It is what it is. Not to put like a number on anything or a career, but like once I got into school and like I got to the higher education level, I was like, oh snap! If I become a university president, let me look at what my university president makes.
Yeah, bro.
I'm looking at what he makes. I'm like, he makes $500 a year. Exactly. That means in 3 years he's a millionaire. Exactly. But at the same time, he's a great president. He's making a difference. This dude, I'll just tell a short story. At Rowan University, Dr. Hushman, he's a president of Rowan when I was there. I don't know if he still is right now. But he was a first generation student, so he made sure that like the first generation program that he had Rowan went up. Like mad people were a part of it, huge conference, everything. So he brought them. Then on top of that, he started his own hot sauce business, but would employ the students in the certain programs like EOF that I was in, first generation like that. He would employ us to help and go, farm for the peppers, farm for everything. And then learn his business, how to run a business, how he's running his business, and allow all the students to run his business, and then take that money and put it back into the school for scholarships. Okay. So he showed us that, and I'm like, that's a minor thing he's probably doing, right? A little thing, but he's making that difference where like, oh, I'm seeing someone that's already established, giving back, and also showing us how they run something. And I'm seeing it through.
Because, bro, people, like this podcast, like if there's any issues on this podcast, they're not going to know because they're just seeing what we giving them, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with my business. I might run into electrical issues while I'm there. My water, whatever the case may be. Exactly. Water might be freezing this day, whatever. I might slip and fall. You don't know that. Yeah. Because I'm not showing you that.
Speak about like that. So what was one embarrassing story you've went through, like on the job?
All right, back on the job. Bro, that first video I did with the G-Wagon and stuff, right? Bro, it was January. Okay. So it's January. It's about 30 degrees outside. You would never know if you watched the video, right?
You were wearing short sleeve, right?
I just had the hoodie on, but I was cold as hell, bro. Okay. I was cold, but I didn't want to be all bundled. I wanted people to see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember I was doing that car, and the way the sun was sitting, it was sitting from the front and the sides, but in the back, it was no sun. So everything I was watching was turned to ice. So I walk around the car, bust my ass. I'm like, damn, I really just fell. Like, I'm trying to be perfect right now, bro. Like, I don't know this dude. He don't know me. This is my first time dealing with these type of cars, and I just fell. Like, damn, so on camera, dude, like, now we're going to edit that out.
Luckily,
so,
he's
yeah, for sure. But, like, small stuff like that.
You should put that at the end of the video as, like, extras.
Right. I told him, I said, yo, we should get together for like a week or two in the summer and just shoot a straight raw documentary. Yeah. Everything I go through. Either that's clients like not answering the phone or like I get somewhere and I don't have applicable space to work. Or like the DMs I'm getting, the stuff I really have to go through on a daily basis. Like, bro, being your own boss, is like people throw that
the
word.
Hours.
Bro, people throw that word boss, and everybody want to be a boss. Everybody going to bio owner, this creator, that, whatever the case is. It's like, are you really putting in the work? Because I know for me, I leave here, I still got to go through DMs. I still got to go through emails. I don't have no one to manage that. And I do everything myself because I want to be in quality control. I want to make sure everything that's in my business is done to the way I want it done. Because there could be, I could easily go get a secretary, manage my DMs for me, do all the DMs, DM everyone back. But it's like if she's doing it to the point where I don't like it or the customer's not liking it, now that falls on me. They don't know that she's doing it and not me. All they know is Simply Clean. That's all they see, bro. That's all they know. Exactly.
That's what you offer, great quality work.
Exactly. So that's the hardest part for me. That's the next step I want to take is hiring employees, getting another van. But it's like, would you
ever get a location?
I'm thinking about it. I want to get 2 more vans, have 3 vans, and then have a location.
There's no need to. Honestly, the way you're looking, just like, that takes the whole business model away from what you've been doing.
I know, because it's mobile.
Yeah.
And that's what people love about it. Because there's so many times I pull up to people's house, they're like, then you come to the house. I come right to the house.
But then there's people that want to see, like, their car go through some shit.
Right. That's a fact. So it's like,
I mean, that's years in
yeah, that definitely is. But it's like, back to what I was talking about is, like, the trust thing. Like, I could hire you and another dude, throw y'all in a van. Yo, y'all got this, and that day. I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing, bro.
I could be an employee like you, fucking playing basketball.
Bro, for real. Like,
now you know the other way.
I know, exactly. So it's like now I know I'm gonna go through the karma because I done did it in so many jobs. It's like it's gonna happen.
You gonna have that one nigga there. You be like, yo, this nigga stole some shit out of my car. You come on, yo, bro, I gotta fire this dude. But that's all that comes with, like, your professionalism and like your growth within that.
And that's the stuff people are not gonna see because I'm not gonna advertise. So you don't even know about that. Like all the growing pains every business goes through, they don't show them.
Yeah,
like I tell everyone that DMs me now, like asking for business advice and stuff like that. I always tell them.
I was gonna say, what's your next thing? Like, what's some advice you want to give out? Tell them
like the bad things you're gonna go through. Like, bro, just because you see me doing this, and that, don't mean I go through these type of days. Like, there's days still today where I'm waking up, I'm like, damn, like, and then it's a good damn, but it's a bad damn because it's like all my boys going to the beach. People partying here, people doing this. It's a lot of sacrifice involved, bro. Like a lot of sacrifices, long ass days, long ass nights that people do not see.
Yeah.
And that everyone wants to have the success, but they don't want to put in no work.
Everybody want to be successful, but nobody want to put the work in.
Nobody want to put the work in.
Who said that, bro?
Nobody want to put the work in.
That's crazy. I forget who said that. But yo, that sacrifice key is what I speak about a lot. Where like me and Kat are probably fed up to the max with sacrifice, but we know it's a journey. We know we're going to keep sacrificing throughout it.
And on sacrifice, I'm big on the 24-hour method, bro. Me and you both woke up today. We had the same 24 hours a day yesterday.
Yeah, I agree.
You and your favorite celebrity, you and the person you look up to, you and the person that's looking up to you, y'all all got the same 24 hours. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with the 24 hours, but where I fall short with, like, sometimes agreeing with the 24 hours is when your 24 hours, our 24 hours is the same. Like, I agree with you in that.
Right.
But what I don't agree with is when you have 24 hours and you have a certain, like, boost up. Like, you had someone boost your 24.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You had someone maximize your
right, but before he got to them 24 hours, he had the same ones that you had today. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like, my 24 hours today is definitely different than my 24 hours 2 years ago.
Nah, they're the same 24 hours.
I would say bro, they're the same 24 hours, but what I'm able to do is different. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's and just that's you learning to maximize your 24 hours.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Bro, so the person you look up to right now has the same amount of time you do every single day. He just handles that day differently. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you 75% of agreement. So
okay.
I agree with you in that sense. But
you're just saying the stuff that he's involved
I'm talking about the small minor few that had a little bit of pocket change from someone else giving them that they were like, I want to start a business. All right, here's a couple $1 million.
Oh
yeah,
so you
Johnny.
Can't even compare that.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying that. That's where people be like, I don't agree with the 24 hours.
Yeah, that's the people
that's the people I hate that be like, you have the same 24 hours as me. It's like, no, my dad didn't come from this to give me these 24 hours. So,
and my dad could have easily put me in position to where, because he already been through it all.
It's good. No, he want to show you grind through that. You gotta go through your own lessons.
Exactly.
He
could have easily threw me in one of his wash bays. Like, here, you good? Don't pay no rent. Just get all that money.
Yeah.
But that would have been too easy for me. Now today, I wouldn't have no morals, no respect for the business, no respect for the grind, none of that.
That's important. That's
very important.
It's so important that, like, a lot of people look for the short gain and want the instant gratification, and they fall short with, like, it's the journey we go throughout the whole thing. Like, we're all going through this journey, we're all figuring our way. But I think it's important to go through that. You have to go through that struggle. If you skip a step, God's gonna throw you back 15.
Go back to it.
Like,
and go
so
through
you
it all over
you
again.
gotta go through these certain trials, and that's what I was saying within the sacrifice. Me and Kat, like, bro, we've been thinking about we went to school since childhood, whatever.
Right.
You go to school. We then went to college. I was in college 4 years. She was in college for 5 years. To become an engineer. Now I'm getting my master's. I'm about to graduate in this May. Right. Now I'm on to my next degree. Like, yo, I'm applying for a doctorate. I want to get my doctorate. So now it's like, bro, we've been sacrificing. Where a lot of people we haven't taken vacation at all together. We've never been on vacation together. We plan to go on vacation together.
You got to, bro. I used to be the same way, bro. I used to be like, nah, I don't want to go on vacation. I just want to work. I just want to grind.
I see like, now. I like that.
Yeah, you get away for a day or 2 days. It's a nice reset.
We fucking plan one after my first year of my master program for her graduation to go on a cruise, bro. What happens?
Oh, COVID.
Fucking COVID, bro. So we plan it. We get dealt back some stuff, but like we know, like okay, I have no issue sacrificing these years for a lifetime of happiness,
bro,
a lifetime
only,
or whatever.
24, 23, 24, 25. Like that age group is precise.
Yeah.
Like I said, you started right after school, so that's 18. I started at 20, so that's 2 years later.
Yeah.
But imagine if them 2 years was at 18. Now I'll be 2 years ahead of the game right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, why would you wait until you're 30, bro? There's so many people that's 30, 35 that's just not starting their business. The youth that you have in your body is the most important thing, bro.
Bro, the drive that you have at that too, like
at that age
for
is
me,
different, bro. You might have kids later on. You don't know what your case may
never
be.
Get
where
cars.
you're not there. Go back to the 24 hours. You gotta spend 10 of those hours with your kids. Now the person that's not with them kids, they got an extra 10 hours on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. No, you're 100% right. I think that's where a lot of times like I fall short with it. Like we talk about that, taking that leap of faith. Even starting this is a leap of faith. I'm like. Bro. You know, I have money, but I don't got enough money where I'm plugging like so much stuff in. People may think like, oh, you just grab a mic, and you grab a camera, and you use your phone. It's like if I want quality work and how you talk about your quality work, you had to invest in your quality.
Matters,
you had to invest in your stuff. I
started with the little Bissell. Now I got the big boy shop vac. Like it's a total difference in quality. Like you have to level up though. Like
100%.
Each level is a level though. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's funny. Going back to speaking on your birth story, I want to kind of use this as like a recurring thing. And you spoke about falling, and that it made me think about like my embarrassing story. This to bring it to close. Yo, you ever heard of the gym Lifetime?
Yeah,
I'm sure you heard of Lifetime.
Yeah.
That's probably where Maddie.
Yeah,
I used to.
A lot of my clients.
I'm gonna say they all go. Hell yeah, they all go.
Bro.
Nigga, that's when you need to pull up.
I know facts.
Pull up there and just like yo, I'm setting up shop and just go. But yeah, we were at that. I usually go in the summer when I'm up here for the summer because it's mad money to go. But for the summer, it's worth it. So I'm in the gym, and at that time, in the gym, they have, the gym, and then they have a sauna and a steam room, and then it goes into the fucking like, showers, and then you can go in, and it's indoor pools, jacuzzis, and outdoor pools, right?
Crazy.
It's worth it.
That once.
It's worth it, bro.
$100 a month, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it's worth it though. But so I'll go right. I'll do my workout, hit the steam room, jacuzzi, whatever. I take a shower. I'm coming out of the shower. And I'm like, yo, let me just, like, weigh myself to see where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, I just got to tell him, but I'm like, when you, at my weight, every fucking ounce counts. You, like,
you take that towel
I'm getting butt-ass naked in this bitch, bro. I'm getting naked, right? So, it's like, for some reason, it's like a step-up type of scale. And the thing is on the wall. Yeah. So, I step up one foot, and I step up my second. Boom, fall, bro. Wow. I, like, fell hard as shit. Slip on the scale, and it's wet.
Yeah.
So, bro, I slid the whole fucking way on my back. Mind you, I'm like this.
Oh,
butt ass naked.
Your shit out, bro. Yo.
Bro, I'm like this. I'm sitting here. I'm sliding, bro. Just sliding. I'm like, all I'm thinking about is all this shit that's on this floor is dirty.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm ass nigga.
Ain't
I'm assed
nobody
out.
around?
Bro, 2 old ass niggas around. One big black dude and one white dude.
Yeah.
The big black nigga like, oh, snap.
You
snap. You good, bro?
Oh.
This nigga's butt ass naked.
Oh, hell no.
So he come in. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm good, bro. I'm
good,
bro.
straight,
I'm straight, bro.
I'm
good, bro. So I'm like, fuck, bro, but I'm fucked up. Like, my ankle is done up. I just scraped it all on the thing.
Yeah.
So I get up. At the time, you going through shock, but I'm also like, fuck, I'm mad embarrassed.
Naked,
luckily,
bro,
it's
like,
old heads, but I'm assed out. Like, I'm legit assed out.
Right.
So I get up quick, throw my towel on. And the white dude like, bro, you might want to sit down. Like, you just fell hard as shit. Like, I'm big as hell. So you hear that, and I slide, bro. So the dude, old ass white dude, he like, yo, man, I fell like 6 months ago. Look, this thing got a scar going down all his shit to his ass, bro. And he showed me. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm good, bro. Like, thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you for checking in on me, right? I walk out, I'm limping, bro. My foot is fucked up. And I'm limping out, and Kat's waiting for me. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, yo, Kat, I just fell hard as shit. She looks at my foot. It's like bruised and scraped up. She's like, if anyone knows Kat, she fucking snapped. She like, hell nah, I'm going to the front and tell them they gotta mop that shit. It can't be that wet. So I'm like, yo, chill.
It ain't even that deep. I'm like, for good now. Like,
I'm like, yo, bro, if that's the last thing I want to do is go to the front and complain and make them do extra work because I'm the fat nigga that filmed this shit. So I like spaz her. I'm like, nah, chill, bro. She's like, no, that's ridiculous, bro. That's probably the craziest like fall that like the slide. That's what killed me. The slide is different, bro.
If you would have just fell, pop back up,
bro, it was hilarious though. The next day I just kept talking. I was like, yo, this is nuts, bro. I couldn't do anything the next day. Like I went to gym and just went to the pool and shit.
Just some chill shit.
Yeah, but yo, bro, I really appreciate you coming on.
For sure.
Plug your business though. Use this time, plug your business, man.
Simply Kleen at Simply Kleen. That's SIMPLYKLEN _ on Instagram. The hottest mobile detailing in the state. You can check me out on Google at Simply Kleen Mobile Detailing. I also just started a camera business just to capture like little hobby stuff. That's at Kleen Capture, KLENKAPTURE.
If you've made it this far into the episode, I really appreciate you guys. From those who have checked this out, this is gonna be now on we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, we're on SoundCloud,
Apple Podcast, bro.
And we're also on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram at @WeTrust_podcast. Share, like, subscribe. Trust me, I genuinely appreciate everyone that has shown love and to continue to have shown love. If you're out there and you would like to be a guest, you have a story, you have something to share, feel free to DM me on my personal Instagram or the We Trust Instagram. Personal Instagram is Malik.leeq. And check me out there. Thank you guys a lot.
Let me touch on something right fast, man.
Go ahead, bro.
If you got a business and you on Instagram and your business don't got that many followers and your business don't got that many likes.
That's me right now.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Let me talk to you right quick, man. If you got 70 followers, and you feel like people aren't liking your stuff right now, bro, keep grinding, bro. I've been there, bro.
That's the hardest
thing. My business
then
had 50 followers, and I'm constantly posting. You get 2 likes, you hype as shit when them likes pop up.
Yeah.
You like, damn, I'm constantly just keep going, bro. It's gonna come, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I appreciate that.
And don't look at Instagram stats as the measuring stick of your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just because you got 2 followers doesn't mean your work is worth 2 followers. You know what I'm saying? So just keep grinding, keep marketing your stuff, keep pushing your stuff, and then you're gonna reach the top.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
And those we trust, appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.